Hey, what's up? It's Jim, and today I'm going to do a general info and update video with an announcement on the director whose filmography I'm going to review for the majority of 2013. But first up, the updates on this channel. There will be kind of newer stuff going on. Subscription part at the end of the videos changed. I thought that needed to change because that subscription button doesn't exist anymore and it just seemed a little outdated. Also, I'm kind of doing more one-camera videos just to get stuff out sooner. Sometimes the place I shoot it doesn't really lend itself to two cameras. The second camera just looks awful, frankly. And other times it's just because of time restraints. And I'm trying to do two camera on certain videos I haven't before, like Mama. I've never really done one where it's like all the lights are out for the horror movies. I like to do that because it's spookier, and I've never done a two camera for that ever before. I only did recently for Gangster Squad, the second two camera review in the film reel set. Sometimes I like to mix it up. I might end up doing more one camera just to get stuff out sooner so I can do more videos. I don't think it's gonna hurt the reviews themselves because it doesn't really change how I review the films, it's just how they're shot. I'm just curious how you all felt about that, if that really bothered you. If it didn't, I'm probably just gonna do what I'm gonna do, but I'm just kind of gauging the audience reaction to that. Not doing two camera, or do you like two camera, or do you like the different sets? I am going to do 2 more Oscar videos, an Oscar prediction video, and then reaction to the awards themselves when they get handed out. But if you're ever like wondering, hey, does he have a new video coming out or something, I always put on my Twitter feed what I'm doing. So if it's like, this is the last video till this time, I send a tweet out. So if you just go to my Twitter page and check that out, and I'm always updating, saying like what's going on with that. I mean, I tweet about other things other than me making videos, but just so you know, and are updated if you would like to be. Other things, since I've done all the John Carpenter films, in 2012 I reviewed every film John Carpenter ever directed, and it was a lot of fun. I loved doing it, and I wanted to do one where I kind of rank all his films, and it would be like a compilation video, like my best films of the year, my worst films of the year list. And after doing those 2, I realized, since there are actually 23 videos I made for the John Carpenter review series, and one is actually his 2 Masters of Horror episodes, so I actually count that as 2 different slots, so it's 24. It would take a long time, and I don't even know if I can like free up enough memory on my computer to have clips and re-render all that crap. So what I think I will do after the Oscars, so sometime in March and April, I'd like to do it before summer starts, is put out 2 videos, cut it into 2. They'll still be ranked, and I still have the rankings and all the work's done for it. I just have to, I think I need to reshoot it and then have 2, and one will come out one day and the other will come out the other day. And I just haven't gotten to that really, to really sit down and organize it and figure it out. I think doing it all as like this long video, it might be like 30 minutes, and I think that's just way too long. So it's still going to happen. I didn't forget about it. I've already started working on it. I just need to organize it. I think at this point it's going to probably be 2 videos, maybe 3, but I'm pretty sure 2. I just have to sit down and really figure out how that's all going to work. But in the meantime, I am going to announce the director I'm going to review his filmography in 2013, and that is William Wellman. Now, William Wellman was a studio director when you could be a studio director. He started in the 20s in the silent era and worked up until the late 50s. His film Wings won the first Best Picture Oscar ever. And he directed stuff like Public Enemy, Battleground, The Story of G.I. Joe, Wild Boys of the Road. He was a studio director back in the classic Hollywood era. I thought a lot about who I should do. I think if I'm going to do anyone's filmography or majority of his filmography, I actually can't do all of William Wellman's filmography just because a lot of stuff isn't available. A lot of stuff is lost. Some stuff you just can't find. I'm doing a fair amount. At this point, it looks like it's probably going to be 38. I think it'll hopefully be over 40, depending on what becomes available on Netflix in the next year and what plays on TCM and what maybe I can find and so forth. But at this point, it looks like it's probably going to be like 38, 40. This is someone I'm very much interested in, and if I'm going to be doing one director throughout a year, it's someone I personally have to care about. He's someone who I've wanted to see all the movies I could possibly see by him. And I'm going to start reviewing his filmography in order. That was something when I started the Carpenter thing, I just kind of started it. I didn't do much research before. I just kind of like, let's just start with They Live, that's good enough, cool. that was a little presumptive of me, and I should have done more research. And doing more research, I realized there's not much research you can do, because there was one documentary about Carpenter. All the books about him don't tell you that much more than the Wikipedia pages can tell you. I did as much as I plausibly could have done, but I wish I had done it in order. With William Wellman, I'm going to do his films in order. If I find something later that, you know, I'm past that time period, I'll still review it. But for the most part, I'm going to stay within chronological order, so I get more of a sense of the director's career, which with Carpenter I did, but I didn't really feel it as much. I was kind of just jumping around too often. I did end with The Ward, which was his most recent film with Carpenter, but I think with this, I will definitely try to start with The Boob. To my understanding, is the first film that we can actually find. He made films before that, but it's the first film I can actually find and watch and such. That's what I'm going to do throughout the next year. I hope you guys are interested, you know, that you want to see some of these films. I think you're really missing out if you've never seen The Public Enemy, and you've never seen Wings, and you've never seen a lot of his classic films. I'm actually a dedicated TCM viewer. I love watching classic films, and I think I will still probably, maybe in 2014, do a more newer director, but I'd like to go and do some of these old studio director guys. I thought about people like John Ford, Raoul Walsh, Howard Hawks, Michael Curtiz, but for me, Wellman's always been kind of a special place in my heart. Anytime I hear something's directed by Wellman, I'm always like, oh, I have to see it. I haven't seen as many as I would have liked going in, but that'll be fun, and I'm kind of excited. I actually read his book, which is out of print. I had to get it on eBay. It's called A Short Time for Insanity, and I've seen like 2 documentaries on him. I've done a little bit of research. I've done a lot more research going in than I did with Carpenter, and I'd like to make this review series to be even better than I did with the John Carpenter review series. The thing for me is, like, if I'm going to keep doing this channel, I'm going to keep doing reviews. I want to get better and better at it, and for me, if I'm going to do another director series, I want to do it even better than last time. And most importantly to me, and this is something that I've noticed from other critics and such, is that I want to show you like what I like about movies, and part of what I like about movies is old Hollywood films, and William Wellman is one of my favorite old Hollywood studio directors. I want to show you that because I really love movies, and that's why I do this channel. But 24 hours after this video goes up, the Boob review will go up, which doesn't have anything to do with actual boobs, guys, just so you know. Also, to promote some stuff, I still have my Tumblr Gym Force, which I update every day, several posts throughout the day. Comic scans, which I work on with Earl Barrett Holloway, which has scans from comic book ads from throughout the ages, and that's going pretty well, and that's still up. I'm working on another Tumblr, which is in kind of the comic scans vein. I am working on it pretty heavily. I think it'll be out at a certain point, and there'll be an update on this channel. I'm going to do several things during the year. When I do, I'll just do an update so you can know. But most of my stuff, like everything, even my Instagrams, anything I'm really doing that's different or cool or whatever, I put on my Twitter. So I think Twitter's really the best way to get updates. But I do try to post all my videos on Twitter, Tumblr, Facebook, Google+, if you want to be friends with me on that, I guess. Who cares about it? VHX, which went down for a bit and now is back. I don't understand what's going on, but if you're on VHX, I really enjoy it. So if you're on that, follow me. I will follow you. I am one of those people who is very good about that. That's what's going on with this channel. I hope you enjoy the Wellman reviews. I just want to thank everybody who watches this channel, any recent subscribers. I hope you enjoy what's going on with this channel. I want to thank everybody who supports this channel and watches it and likes the videos and comments, and, you know, even if it's you're commenting on Facebook or Twitter or Tumblr or whatever, you know, your support is definitely appreciated by me, and thank you very much, you know, because it really like kind of helps me make them, because it's like, oh cool, people are enjoying this. I'm not just talking to a camera in a room by myself and nobody cares. It, you know, it gives me a little bit of self-esteem, which is nice. So thank you very much for all that. So if you enjoy this channel, just thanks again. If you're not subscribed already, I'd be surprised you're watching this, but please subscribe. And thanks everybody for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow with my review of The Boob, starting off the William Wellman filmography that I'm going to do, or most of it, because I can't get access to a lot of it, but I'd like to do a majority.